We are here with the brand new choir instructor. So tell us your name.
Carlton, Copeland.
All right, and you are coming from where?
Alabama.
All right, what are you currently doing in Alabama?
I teach young people how to become music teachers at Troy University.
Okay, and Troy is a well-known, respected college in South Alabama. They've got an insanely good football team, so a lot of students would probably know that about them. But I know several students had asked, what is leading you to leave the college and come back down to the high school? And I believe I heard the story was basically that you felt like you never really got enough time in the high school teaching, and you really wanted to come back down and teach high school students.
Right, yeah. I love to do a clinic sometimes, and I just get juiced when I go out there and work with the young people. And so right now my job is mostly talking about teaching, so I'm ready to go out and actually do it.
Man, I love that. So we're going to ask you a whole bunch of different questions today to get to know you, starting with where did you grow up?
A small town called Hartford, Alabama. We have 2 traffic lights and a Piggly Wiggly.
And Piggly Wiggly is actually a good grocery store, although when they don't have competition, they sometimes charge more than other grocery stores, so it depends. Tell us about your family.
All right, so my mom and dad worked in the manufacturing space, like Gates and Sony, and so now they live a nice, quiet life in Hartford, small town, country life. So.
All right, tell us about your years in high school.
Yeah, so in high school, we didn't have a choir program, so I marched saxophone, and I always sang in church choir growing up, but I didn't know this was a career I could choose, so I got to Troy. I was like, oh man, I love this choir thing, so let's go ahead and go down that path. So that's why I chose choir.
What was a pivotal moment in your teenage years? Did you have a moment that you can think of?
A pivotal moment. That's a great question. Wow. What was my Saratoga? I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, that's fine. Not everybody has an answer for that one. What jobs did you have in high school?
So I played piano for my church choir, and for a whole month, I worked at the Piggly Wiggly in Hartford.
Talked about the Piggly Wiggly, and this man worked at it. Okay, tell us about your college experience, and how did you choose to go to Troy? Like, how did you land there?
I was at a band competition around 10th grade year, and the Troy University marching band, the Sound of the South, came and did an exhibition, and their first note of the fanfare, like, it shook me. I was like, well, I'm going to that school, I'm going to be in that band. So that's really why I chose Troy.
All right. Did you always plan on being a teacher, or did you choose that? How did you fall into that career?
No, I had never planned to be a teacher. I wanted to work on a board, like in a boardroom every day, hiring and firing people. But then I got a chance to be in choir. I thought, oh, this is pretty cool. So,
what's something outside of school and teaching that you're passionate about?
I love traveling. I love going to places I have never been before, seeing things I've never seen before, eating foods I've never eaten before. I love those things, and finding time, making time for those things is important to me.
And speaking of traveling, you've already gotten to take a trip with our choir, I believe.
Yeah, we went to Branson, Missouri, and they did very well at their competition, and so that made me even more excited to be here to work with them.
We're like stoked that you're coming, man. I can't tell you that enough. What's something on your bucket list, something you've always dreamed about doing?
I want to go see a tennis match at Wimbledon. Ooh. That's on my bucket list.
I've heard multiple people say that's one of their dreams before. So that's obviously really big. What's something students might not know about you? Which there's a lot they don't know about you yet.
Let's see. I enjoy watching competition cooking shows, but I'm not disciplined enough to actually learn how to chop well, so I could never do that career. So.
You ever watch Beat Bobby Flay?
Yes. Cutthroat Kitchen, House of Knives. I love all of them.
That joker has world-renowned chefs come into his studio with their signature dishes that have like made them famous. And 9 times out of 10, he beats them.
Yeah, I love that.
What was your mother's signature dish? That was a question, like we were talking about that, and there it lands.
See, I love when she makes chili for chili dogs. and French fries. So I eat like a toddler, and that's my favorite. No. Actually, no. Her pancakes are the best. So they are thin and flaky around the edges. Yeah, and she uses butter and oil when she fries them.
I'm getting real hungry. What would you love to see on TV that's currently not available?
Singing competitions with actual talent.
I love he took a shot straight over the bow there. What permanent times would you set for sunrise and sunset if you could?
8 o'clock to 8 o'clock, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m.
I like that. It'd still be a little dark in the morning so we could sleep in just a little bit later. What's your favorite candy?
I love a payday.
Man, he's going for the throwback candies on that one. What's the most interesting museum you've ever visited?
It'd have to be the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Nashville. That was really cool to see the evolution of music American music from the slave song all the way up to current pop music. Was awesome.
That's a phenomenal museum, by the way, students. If you haven't visited, you need to check it out. And it's not far. Nashville's not far. What's the best thing you've ever cooked?
I make a really good chili for hot dogs. So that's sort of what I like to make people. Chili dogs.
Comfort food. If you could spend 1 week at any hotel, which hotel would you choose? If you like to travel, you probably know about all the hotel chains. I'm sort of a Hilton guy, honestly. I tend to like the Hilton. A good friend of mine is a Marriott guy. What's your hotel if you got to spend, or would it be a boutique, like a fancy boutique hotel maybe?
I want to stay at a Ritz-Carlton because it has my name in it. So, but I do enjoy the Hyatt and the Marriott. So
yes, and if I made more money, I'd probably spend a couple of weeks at the Opryland because the Opryland's a pretty sweet hotel too, swanky. If you could only take one CD for a cross-country road trip, coast to coast, what CD could you listen to on repeat over and over?
You're gonna be shocked. It's James Taylor's Greatest Hits Volume 2.
It had some incredible. I think Up on the Roof was on the second album. Copperline, a insanely good song. He had it seems like he had several Buddy Holly tunes on that one too. That was a killer album, and it gets no love online.
Right. It should. That's my favorite album.
You know James Taylor's coming here to town.
When?
September, I believe. I've already got my tickets. Snowden Grove, right here in South Haven, in DeSoto County.
We'll be there.
Yeah. Which author have you read the most, or are you much of a reader?
I like weird books. So let's see, author. My favorite book, I think, from when I was a child was the Ear, the Eye, and the Arm by Nancy Farmer. So I like those kinds of books. I don't have a favorite author yet.
What's your most prized possession?
My most prized possession is anytime I have an iPad. That is my most prized possession, because I lost one when I did a camp, and it was gone forever. But it pinged a few weeks ago in New York, and no one will return it to me. So that is my most prized possession.
What are you looking forward to the most about moving to DeSoto County? Now, this is a much different area from South Alabama. People wouldn't think so, Xavier, but this is a very different, culturally, it even feels very different up here around Memphis than it does even in South Mississippi or South Alabama. Very, very different. What has you excited?
So one of the things that had me most excited about moving here was the opportunities for live music. Because when in Troy, we have to drive a couple of hours, maybe 3 or more to see live music. But there's some right in our backyard here. I'm looking forward to working with these students. I mean, they are just very talented, and the sky really is the limit. And I'm just very happy to be here.
Well, thank you so much. We are so excited to get to know you, and we are so elated that you are coming to Horn Lake High School.
Yeah. So if you're not in choir currently, you should audition. We'd love to have you.
Thank you so much.